Connecting the body and the body. Connecting the body, heart, and mind. Connecting the body and the spirit. Connecting the heart, mind, and body. Connecting the heart, mind, and heart. Connecting the heart, mind, and spirit. Connecting the spirit and the body. Connecting the spirit, heart, and mind. And connecting the spirit and the spirit. Okay. One for the body, one for the heart, one for the mind, one for the spirit, divine truth. Let me see, speak, and hear it before I pull the word of clarity for today. Hey, hey, it's me. I'm back, Melinda, NailFanatic, the original NailFanatic, here with Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. The July 17th, 2018 daily tarot vlog. I see we have Oscar live with us. Lovely to have you here. So happy you're part of the family. Let's see who else is with us. What I do want to say is, if this is your first time here, you want to make sure you're fully tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You want to get your subscriptions. You want to get the notifications. And as soon as you come into the room, you want to give this video its thumbs up. That's how you send a full frequency to the universe, letting all things in creation know right here, right now, this is where you want to receive some messages that will benefit you. So to all of those who are returning, not only do we thank and welcome our new family members, but thank and welcome you for continuing to come back and be a part of this interactive family. So every day we read the tarot together just to see a checkup on where we're at. A lot of readers will put videos out for a month or two in advance, and we kind of just stay in tune with the time where we're at right now. So let's see what word of clarity is coming out for us today, okay? Here we go. Ignoring is the word right off the top. It's ignoring. The bottom of the deck is manifesting. Okay. So manifesting is reminding me that I need to put some new words in the deck. But manifesting is coming up with a visualization and creating the order of what we would like to receive. And it's time to ignore. What is it we need to ignore? Well, I definitely feel like we need to be ignoring how long is it taking and when is it going to get here, and all of those things that keep us in a state of limbo on something instead of recognizing the importance of right now. And I'm going to talk a little bit today about a creature that came into my experience to remind us of the importance of where we're at right now. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and see what is a play school flashcard for us today to elaborate on the ignoring and manifesting that's coming up. We have G for glove, and immediately I heard Greg or Gregory. Georgia. Georgia. The bottom of the deck is the bat. Yes, yes, yes. The bat. So definitely a new opportunity is coming up for us. And it was because we've been able to ignore. And if this isn't your experience, then here's the process. It's time to ignore. What do we need to ignore? Some of the things that we want to be manifesting. You already put your order in. You don't sit there once you've ordered something from eBay and track it 1,000,000 times. It's not going to make it come any faster. You don't sit there and get upset as you're painting a picture and it's not all the way complete yet, saying, it's not done yet, it should be done now. You don't stand in front of the oven and yell at the oven or the cake inside because it's not finished yet. You've got to kind of ignore it. Go watch a movie. Go play some music. Go play. Just go play. Go do something else for a while. Let it do what it's going to do, because you got the glove and the ball is in the glove. It's yours. It's yours. When you operate from this place of continuing to wonder, is it mine? Is it mine? Is it mine? You're missing, first off, the opportunity that's in your hand. And that is a mentality that comes out of a disbelief. a lack of confidence in what is coming to fruition for you and what it is actualizing for you. Okay. Before I move into the story today, I'm going to get my little notebook out. I don't know if I've shown this to you or not. Don't mind the baby's crayons, but it says esoterics, mysticism, astrology, numerology, tarot, spirituality, and divinity. I print things out that I find interesting and I stick them in here. And I printed out some messages about dragonflies today. So they're in my dragonfly area here. Let's see. It says some things that I wanted to share with you. If you have seen dragonflies or had them in your dreams lately, some of the messages for them have to do with a change in the perspective of self-realization, a change in your own self-view. It's also a source of mental and emotional maturity that has brought this change about, and the understanding of the deeper meanings of life. The dragonfly flying across the surface of the water represents an act of going beyond what's on the surface and going to look into the deeper implications and aspects of life. So you're not just seeing what's on the surface, you're able to see below the surface, you're able to see deeper, okay? The dragonfly's agile flight and its ability to move in all 6 directions exudes a sense of power and poise, something that only comes with age and maturity. It's interesting, though, that the way the dragonfly operates, he only has to flap his wings 30 times a minute, and he can move in all 6 directions. It's so interesting because mosquitoes need to flap their wings 600 times a minute, and houseflies 1,000 times a minute. So one of the messages that I got with that is like there's less physical force required for the dragonfly. And of course, I received that it's because his ability to see deeper into things. It's like the action is more precise. The action is more potent when the action is taken with the dragonfly. It says that the dragonfly, with its movements, it uses such elegance and grace that it's been compared to a veteran ballet dancer. So that's really interesting. Also, the dragonfly exhibits iridescence on its wings as well as its body. And iridescence is a property of an object to show itself in different colors, depending on the angle and polarization of the falling light. So to me, that is saying, you know, sometimes with the dragonfly, because it's iridescent, it's seen in different ways from different ones. It says here that the property of this iridescence is seen and believed as the end of one's self-created illusions and a clear vision into the realities of life. The magical property of iridescence is also associated with the discovery of one's own abilities by unmasking the real self and removing the doubts one casts on his or her own sense of identity. This, again, indirectly means self-discovery and removal of inhibitions. Okay? The dragonfly has a short life, but most of its life is spent as a nymph or immature. And it only flies for a fraction of its life, but when it does, it's out there and it's flying and it's really living in the moment. Another thing that I found really interesting about this dragonfly is that it says almost 80% of the dragonfly's mind power is dedicated to its sight. And it can see 360 degrees around it. So for us, it symbolizes an uninhibited vision of the mind, the ability to see beyond the limitations of the human self, and rising above materialism to be able to see beyond the mundane into the vastness that is really our universe and our own minds. So I really like that. Also, some of the key words they say is metamorphosis, change, and transformation. And both male and female dragonflies change their colors as they age. Boy, have you changed your colors? I know my colors have changed. They used to be really black and white back in the day. I've changed so much. Have you changed? Can you give yourself the recognition for all the changes that you've completed? Dragonflies are attributed with the properties of the cycles of life, the psyche, rebirth and renewal, emotion, transcendence, and transformation. It's also associated with the ability to go with the flow. And people also believe that dragonflies can travel between dimensions and are messengers of dreams and illusions. But because they're believed to be travelers between the dimensions, it says they're connected with fairies, nature spirits, and the realms of other magical creatures. So if you have a visit from a dragonfly, it could be very good luck. It could be a reminder to live in the moment. It could be a reminder that there's something hidden in from your view that's going to be coming to your awareness. You may be pulling from other dimensions. You may be tapping into other dimensions. So that's what I wanted to share from my notebook. I thought that that was lovely, and I wanted to share it with you. So let's get into a story today. We're going to use the Phantasmagoric Theater Tarot. So let's see, who's with us live? I see Sachi. I see Josh. Hey. Josh says that the dragonfly is his totem, and I think that's awesome. Yeah, I woke up with a message from one of our family members letting me know that she walked out of her door and found a bunch of dragonflies, and then, so I thought that was really cool, and I messaged back, and then later on in the day, I was reminded of a glimpse of a dream that I had had in which I saw a dragonfly. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do this research real quick and just enlighten myself as to what this dragonfly means for me. So let's see what story comes out today with all of that dragonfly stuff. It is confirmation of total transformations, of things coming to fruition, of changes. Some of us are really changing our colors. We may be changing the colors we wear, the colors of our hair or our makeup. We may be changing the colors of our skin, not the one that's on the outside, but the one within. Is it becoming more of a spiritual skin? Are we more enticed and more inclined to take the flight over the water and just go where we want to be and do what makes us feel free? Let's see what's the story coming out today for you and me. The situation we have is the Two of Cups. The external influence is the Hanged Man. Your own position in this is the Empress. What's hidden or remains to be seen is the Seven of Swords. The best course of action is the Devil. Where you're being brought to is Justice. And how will your life shift? I'm going to add this to the tail end. How our lives will shift as a result. We have the Four of Wands. All right, the bottom of the deck, the root is the Seven of Wands. So persistence, and supporting that we have the Ace of Swords. Persistence in a new idea of transformation. Persistence in the clarity of the transformation we're going through. Persistence of knowing that everything is in change, in flux, and it's a constant, really. Yeah. So we know right now with the Two of Cups, there is a soul reflection, and it is something that we are loving having in our detection. Yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful reflection of somebody who seems to match you. Somebody who, although they have their own nuances, there's enough resonance there that you're able to enjoy fellow feeling. Yeah. The other party is waiting, learning, trying to understand more, trying to get better in touch. And I feel that they're looking to you as a source of information, awareness, and a focal point for where they can see the love. They see the love when they look at you. Why? Because you're the Empress. You are love. You radiate love. You put love on the menu. Whether this is romantic or friendship, or just this is just how I exist, and so people fall in love with me. Yeah, that's you. You live in that Empress life. What's hidden is a divine perspective. And for someone, yeah, it's a secret, but we're not going to tell that story right now, okay? We're telling the story of where the secret is the divine perspective. What's hidden is the divine perspective. There is purpose within this that is not fully understood by you. So if the other party is, you've had this soul reflection, maybe they took your number and you haven't heard from them. You're like, I thought we had this great connection. What's the problem? What's the holdup? Why are they taking so long? Well, there's some things they need to understand first. There's some things they got to come to grips with. And I feel like they may not feel ready to put all their cards on the table. But the best course of action is to go with the flow. Allow yourself to indulge. If this is a Capricorn person, yeah, they are the best course of action right now. Indulge, enjoy. But this is a card of temptation. So your best course of action, this is interesting that I'm saying this because it's usually not to fall into temptation. But in this case, the best course of action is clearly showing us that it is to allow yourself to indulge. And this isn't just the first time it's come up. So I feel like there's a lot of you who are relating to this message that have not allowed yourself to indulge or entertain the idea of indulging with another, whether this is going out and playing, going out and have a good time, maybe enjoying some of the more carnal pleasures of life. What you're being brought to is justice, though. So where you allow yourself to indulge, it looks like you're going to get some balance in. If you've been working too hard, it's time to play, yeah? If you've been working too hard, it's time to play. Now, the outcome was, what we were being brought to was the justice. Oh, and the effect this was going to have in our life. Going out indulging, that was the new position that I came up with right now that I didn't know I was going to do, is the Four of Wands. So what is this going to bring to our life? New opportunities, fresh new beginnings. Some of you will actually meet a romantic partner while you're out there that will actually turn into a relationship. Like going out and indulging is going to allow you to, it's like, blow off some steam in a healthy way so you could come on back and keep on making this happy home. And also, again, I see Taurus, I see Capricorn, I see Libra. These are the major arcanas we have. They came out in this order. Prosperity and abundance and indulging and creating balance. If you've been working too hard, making it all happen, time to play so we can be balanced. Time for some play. So, do you have plans to go out for drinks? Do you have plans to partake in a fine meal, or are you going to sit and have conversation? What is this? Who are you and what am I talking about? Let me know. But I see two people here with fellow feeling, two people who are spiritually aligned, who are able to enjoy a good time. I feel like even in this situation, one of you has a lot of interesting things to say, and the other person is very much in a learning state. When you speak the things that you speak, there's some learning going on there. Seeing things from a new perspective. Somebody's able to present information in a way that there's a new perspective, and even if they don't say, oh my God, that makes so much sense, that just turned on the lights, they're thinking it. Because what's hidden was that divine perspective. They may not tell you exactly how much of an epiphany this is for them, but it is there, and you'll see it in their response, in their physical responses, in their face, in their eyes, in their body. When their body does this, you're like, okay, so that was heavy for you. I see. You had to step back from it. It was so heavy. I see. Okay. They can't hide that. You can read the language of their body. Okay. So let's see what is the fairy dust message we have today. Since we spoke about the fairies, we have, be strong. When trouble seems to be brewing near, your inner strength will keep you clear. Be strong. You are strong. There's no other choice. You'll have to be strong. It's who and what you are. You can't turn it off. You can think you can try, but all you're going to do is put yourself in a position where it's going to come out anyways. Because the more and more you run from your strength, the more and more it's going to keep catching up to you, and it's going to keep showing you. So what is the complete general message? Yeah, you've been ignoring your need to manifest a relationship, manifest this partnership, whatever this is, but it's manifesting now. It's no longer manifesting in the future. You have the opportunity to swing, bada, swing, and catch this right here. I love the way, see, it's a bat and ball and glove. Hello. We have 144 cards in the flashcards deck. Y'all know that they don't all belong to the same sport. These are counterparts. These things go together. Hello, people. There is a soul connection here. There is a match here. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, Radical Raffle reading. Did you put your name in the bucket yet? We could always use more names in the bucket. Yay, yay, yay. They're only $1 a ticket. And you're going to see how awesome the readings are. Oh, one fell out. That's the one we need. One fell out. We're going to take it. It's Wanda Chambers regarding her career. It's Wanda week, apparently. Yay. Wanda Chambers regarding her career. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Let's see what's the message for Wanda in regards to her career. All right. Here we go. Regarding her career, what is the energy right now for Wanda to embrace? What does it behoove? Which archetype? I'm using the Carolyn Miss archetype deck. Which archetype does it? This one. Okay. Wanda, embrace the child wounded archetype. Now this is interesting. The low vibration of this says, blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds. Resist moving on through forgiveness. Yeah, that's not what we're to embrace. That's what we're to let go and let it flow, baby. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to say quickly. Oh my God, rewind to the dragonfly stuff. And I'm coming back to this, Wanda. This is relevant though. Let it go and let it flow. I read somewhere in here when they are... I may have not printed out that page though, but it was brought back. When the dragonflies are in their, was it larval stage? They swim really fast. I mean, they swim as fast as they fly. And it's interesting that in their body, they have like a flow, like a jet propulsion system where the water flows through them and is rapidly ejected out their anus. So I wanted to bring that up, and I can't believe I didn't print it out, but I guess I didn't need to. The energy flows into them, and they allow it to flow through them and give them momentum to push them forward. And that is exactly what we want to do. We don't want to resist moving on through forgiveness. We want to let that energy flow through us, and yeah, push it out, baby. Push it out. You got some energy that you're dealing with, okay? I embrace the fact that I have this resistant energy in me. I embrace the fact that right now I feel irritated, frustrated, angry, pissed off, whatever that is. And you know what? Now that I've embraced it, I'm going to release it and push it out and push it out. Like you can physically push it out with your hands if you have to, okay? All right, now back to Wanda's message here. It says, the child wounded awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. So somehow in your career, my dear Wanda, it has to do with children, forgiveness, and healing childhood wounds. Whether you're actually working with physical children, maybe it's an adults that you're working with, but on some level, no matter where you're at, what you're doing, this is part of what you're being called to embrace right now. Not when you change careers, not when you change jobs. This is in your hand right now. So let's say, for example, and I don't remember specifically what it is you do. You work in an office, you're processing paperwork, and come to find out some of either the clients, the patients, or the coworkers are letting you know about these childhood wounds that they're dealing with. What simple, quick things do you have to offer about letting that energy go and letting it flow from them, and instead of sticking it to them or allowing it to be stuck to them where they're blocking the path of forgiveness? Let me just, I'm going to use a couple more cards here for you to clarify this, Wanda, because you're being brought in contact with these people. Look, the devil's coming out again today. The devil, where they feel compelled, where they feel drawn, where they feel like it's out of their control. What is that dark shadow that needs to be confronted? There's a dark shadow that needs to be confronted. This has something to do with your career. Also, do you believe that you're stuck? If you're feeling stuck, Wanda, this is also saying it's time for you to open up the channels and realizing that there's some sort of connection to a childhood wound that feels stuck. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So, new money, new opportunities. If you've been wanting to move on, I definitely see that there's opportunity for a new job coming yet, but you can't see it right now. It's a divine perspective type of thing. And I feel like for you, you feel if I stay stuck, okay, if I stay stuck where I'm at, I would literally have to sneak away. It would cause, so much would be lost. I feel like you feel that if you moved on, that so much would be lost behind you leaving that. This is where somebody's so engaged with their job that they feel like they are a slave to it. They feel like they can't leave it alone because who's going to do it right if I leave? Well, you know, you have your purpose to serve. So in your career, there's something that is drawing you. There's something that tempts you. Yeah, there's something that tempts you. And I do feel like you're being tempted by a new beginning. I feel like when it's actually time to move, it's going to sneak up on you. And the next thing you know, you're going to pack up and you're going to be gone. But meanwhile, there's all this passion that you've got going on in manifesting. So I feel like meanwhile, you got, I mean, you're making the money, but it's going to happen that you're going to make more money. And while you're where you're at, there are some people in your environment, and there are things that you will say to them that'll benefit them greatly in their physical life about not holding on to victimization and not holding on to the wounds, allowing that energy to flow through them in whatever way that you're able to apply that into your current career. But I definitely see you moving on because a surprise opportunity is going to come up for more pay, whether this is moving to another city, possibly. This, I feel like either same state or nearby, close enough to drive. Yeah. But I do feel that you're going to be excited to move because you know it's going to increase your finances. You're going to get like an extra grand. What does that mean? Okay. But this is something that is in the divine minds. So when it comes up to you, it won't be a surprise. The tempting part is that, well, what's going to happen to my caseload? What's going to happen to my current clients? Is it going to work out as well as I think it will? Is it going to be as lucrative as what I have built up here? That's part of it. Okay. But I definitely see some increase. Is it coming because of moving actual companies, or is it just a move of position? Are you just moving positions? Maybe you're just moving positions. Maybe this offer for you that's coming in is not about actually moving away, but it's about moving within. It is going to surprise you though, and it is going to come in. It's going to come in as a surprise that you get this opportunity. Yes. Because of all the hard work that you've been doing and your persistence and your follow through, And it's gonna hurt some. There's gonna be people around you who will be like, well, damn, why didn't I get picked for that? I should have got picked for that. That ain't none of your business. Don't let any of that stop you. Not at all. Okay. So there you go, Wanda. That's what I'm seeing for your career. You can write to me and let me know. I know you wrote to me that your love reading that you got yesterday was like on point for you. I'm happy to read that. And let's see who's going to win the drawing tomorrow. If you want this chance to get a free reading live on this channel, all you got to do is purchase your raffle tickets. They're $1 each, and you can purchase as many as you like. You could put the subject matter for your winning reading right there in your purchase in the comments, and I'll put it on the tickets and put them in the jar. So I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. And I want to show you something. So y'all know I got this necklace for my birthday, right? And then I got a gift from Karen, and it's my organite, and I put it on the back of my chain. It's awesome. If you want to get you some organite, you can contact her through her website, heartsthatsing.com. So go ahead and see about that. These are awesome. I just wanted to share with you. And if you want to work with me and get a personal reading or find out more about the other services I have available for you, go to my website at LPHtarot.com. That's LPHtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course me and mine. Until next time.